The latest shocking revelation in the bold and the beautiful has turned everything on its head. For weeks, the town has been consumed by speculation, grief, and questions surrounding Luna's supposed death. But one critical detail refuses to add up. There has been no funeral. Not a single public or private ceremony to mark Luna's passing. In a show where appearances and secrets are everything, this one missing piece is now the key that unlocks the truth. Luna is not dead. Instead, she's been hidden. Hidden by none other than Lee and Finn, the very people who should have been the first to demand justice for her. But now we know the truth. They staged her death. And Finn, often torn between his medical ethics and personal loyalties, is once again walking that tightrope, this time for reasons that are far more personal than professional. This isn't just another case. Luna is someone he failed. Someone he couldn't protect in time. And now, in a twisted act of redemption, he's doing what might be the last good thing he ever does as a father figure, saving her life in secret. Luna has been hidden away, not in some hospital or clinic, but in the very same underground bunker where Lee once miraculously brought Finn back from the brink of death. It's poetic in the most dramatic sense. The place that once gave Finn a second chance at life is now doing the same for Luna. But unlike last time, this resurrection comes with consequences. It comes with secrets. It comes with lies. Finn didn't save Luna out of love or duty alone. He saved her to keep her away from Los Angeles. Away from the Foresters. Away from Steffi. He made it clear to Lee that Luna's return to the city would only ignite more chaos, more destruction. That Steffi, already on edge and spiraling after a series of betrayals, would see Luna's reappearance not as a miracle, but as a threat. Finn swore that Luna could not be allowed to return. But that plan was never going to last. Because Luna, stubborn and vengeful as ever, didn't agree to it. As soon as she was strong enough, she vanished from the bunker. Vanished from Lee's careful watch. She didn't wait for permission. She didn't wait for an escort. She made her move. Now she's loose. And no one knows where she is. Lee is panicked. Finn is furious. And somewhere out there, Luna is plotting her next step. If history tells us anything, it's that Luna doesn't run, she hunts. And her target has always been Steffi. The woman who stood in the way. The woman who exposed her. The woman who may have been involved in the incident that almost cost Luna her life. We don't know exactly how Luna got hurt. The details have been hazy, distorted by lies and half-truths. But what we do know is that her injuries were critical. She was found unconscious, barely breathing. Rumors spread like wildfire. Some said it was an accident, others whispered about an intentional attack. Steffi, as always, was conveniently close to the scene. And when the dust settled, Luna was gone, presumed dead. But now that she's alive, the stakes have changed. If Luna makes her presence known, everything collapses. The cover-up. The false mourning. The careful image Finn and Lee have maintained. But more than that, Luna returning means one thing: revenge. She didn't come back to start over. She came back to finish what was started. Finn's conflict is only beginning. On one hand, he's sworn to protect Steffi. On the other, he owes Luna his honesty, his loyalty, if not as a father figure, then as the man who kept her alive. If Steffi finds out what he's done, their fragile relationship may shatter. And if Luna finds out he tried to keep her hidden, she may turn on him too. Lee, ever the schemer, is desperately trying to locate Luna before she makes contact with anyone. She's calling in favors, tracking phone signals, even using hospital resources under the radar to find her. But Luna is smart. And she's motivated. This isn't the same girl who was manipulated and underestimated. This is a woman reborn, with nothing to lose and everything to settle. Every whisper in Los Angeles is now a potential explosion. Every familiar face could be the next casualty of Luna's rage. Steffi is still unaware that the woman she thought was gone is alive, possibly even nearby. But when Luna strikes, it won't be a soft landing. It'll be brutal, public, unforgiving. And if Luna goes to the media, or worse, to the Forresters directly, the entire family legacy could be scorched. And let's not forget the others in this tangled mess. RJ, still grappling with guilt. Brooke, whose instincts have been screaming that something was off from the beginning. Even Hope has her suspicions. Everyone felt that the grief didn't sit right, that the tears were rehearsed. That Lee's silence was louder than her words. Now they're all about to find out just how deep the deception goes. The fallout will be massive. Marriages will crack. Alliances will shatter. The truth that Luna was hidden like a dark secret beneath their feet will expose just how far Lee and Finn were willing to go. And for what? To protect Steffi? To keep peace in a town that's built on chaos? Or was it guilt, plain and simple? Whatever the reason, it won't matter when Luna walks back into the light. The question now isn't whether she'll return, it's how. Will she reveal herself at a Forrester's gala? Will she confront Steffi one-on-one? Will she go to the press with a full account of her death and resurrection? Or will she move in shadows first, gathering proof, gathering allies, before she delivers her strike? Finn's hands are tied. He can't go to the authorities without confessing his role. He can't stop Luna without betraying his medical oath. And worst of all, he can't tell Steffi without risking everything they've built. Every day Luna is out there is another day the clock ticks closer to disaster. Because Luna isn't just a survivor. She's a storm. And this time, she's not coming back quietly. The show has entered a new chapter, one fueled by secrets, betrayal, and vengeance. Luna's escape is just the beginning. And with every hour that passes, her next move becomes more unpredictable. Will she forgive? Will she destroy? Or will she become the very thing Steffi feared the most, an unkillable threat, forged in silence, returning to set everything on fire? Los Angeles isn't ready. The Forresters aren't ready. And Finn, for all his brilliance and heart, may have made the biggest mistake of his life. He saved Luna's body, but he may have unleashed her wrath. And now no one is safe. Steffi never meant to overhear the conversation. She had come home early, keys in hand, exhausted from a tense board meeting with Ridge and Brooke. The house was quiet. Too quiet. She thought Finn might be upstairs, or maybe out for a late shift at the hospital. But as she passed by the study, she heard voices. Low. Rushed. Urgent. Finn and Lee. She froze. She's gone, Lee said, panic just beneath the surface. I turned my back for 5 minutes. She slipped out. I told you this would happen. She wasn't ready to leave, Finn answered. She's barely recovered. If she tries to confront Steffi, Steffi's heart stopped. Her name. And then, the next sentence shattered everything. Luna should have been sent away the second she woke up. We should have stuck to the plan. No one was supposed to know she survived. Steffi's world went silent. Just the words. Just that one unbearable truth ringing in her ears. Luna is alive. For weeks, she'd buried the guilt, the confusion, the fear. She mourned the girl, even while a voice deep inside kept asking why doesn't this feel real, and now she knew. It wasn't real. None of it. Luna hadn't died. Finn saved her. And hid her. With Lee. Behind her back. Under her roof. The betrayal cut deeper than she ever thought possible. She didn't make a sound. She backed away, numb, as Lee and Finn continued to talk. She didn't want to hear another word. She couldn't. Because every second that passed, every whispered sentence, told her the truth that was now crashing into her like a tidal wave. He chose Luna over me. He chose to lie. He chose to protect the girl who had torn their family apart, who had almost cost Steffi everything, who had stood between her and her marriage more than once. And now Luna was out there, somewhere in Los Angeles, alive, unstable, and possibly looking for blood. Steffi didn't sleep that night. She didn't scream. She didn't cry. She sat in silence, staring at her wedding ring. It felt foreign now. Heavy. Like a chain. Every promise Finn ever made felt like a lie. Every moment of their so-called truth had been built on deception. And then morning came. She confronted him. Finn barely had time to speak when she looked him in the eye and said, "You let me believe she was dead." He knew. He knew she had heard. The silence between them said more than any words could. He tried to explain. He told her how critical Luna's condition had been. How he acted fast. How he had insisted it be kept secret until Luna could be stabilized. How they had planned to quietly send Luna away, far from LA, far from the Foresters, far from her. But it didn't matter. None of it mattered. Because he hadn't told her. He had looked her in the eyes, held her when she cried, watched her grieve a girl he knew wasn't dead, and said nothing. Steffi asked him one question. Why? He didn't have a real answer. Not one that could erase the damage. Not one that could undo the betrayal. Not one that made her feel like his partner again. And now, the unspoken word hung between them, divorce. This wasn't like the other cracks in their marriage. This wasn't about disagreements or jealousy or outside pressure. This was a rupture. A total collapse of trust. And it came at the worst possible time. Because Luna, alive and furious, was still out there. And no one knew what she'd do next. Steffi was now caught in a storm on all sides. Her husband betrayed her. Her enemy might be coming back. And her family had no idea the truth was about to hit them like a bomb. But one thing was clear, Luna's danger wasn't over. It was just beginning. And if Steffi had to protect her children, her family, and herself, she wouldn't wait. She wouldn't sit still. She would find Luna first. Before Luna found her. And as for Finn? Whether their marriage would survive was now hanging by a thread. A very thin thread. Because forgiveness might be possible in some worlds. But not in this one. Not when the man you love lets you mourn a lie. Not when the girl you thought was gone may be the one to destroy you next. And this time, Steffi wouldn't hesitate. If Luna showed her face again, there wouldn't be mercy. There would be war.